Sometimes all you need is a big cat. Hey guys, Justin here. Now in this video I'm going to be answering one question. Is it worth grinding for the Panther A? Now I'll be talking about this vehicle in particular, if it's worth it, the real life history of the vehicle, and really how it performs in game. Let us begin. As always, a bit of history on the Panther. It was developed around the time of the Battle of Kursk, and basically was first used in the Battle of Kursk, which it was basically just shipped straight to Kursk because it was designed to take out the T-34s alongside the Tiger. But yeah, what was something which was actually quite interesting is, even though it's classed as a medium tank, it actually is more like a heavy tank. In fact, many heavy tanks, such as the Churchill and the Pershing, are actually lighter than the Panther. Another interesting thing about the Panther is that it actually is the only German vehicle that doesn't follow alphabetical order. Because it started with the Panther D, but then it went to the Panther A, and then finally the Panther G, which is actually unique to just the Panther, as every other German tank model, such as the Panther 3 and the Panther 4, used, as you can see in the game, the J and the H for the Panther 4, and the M and the N for the Panther 3. Now, that being said, how does it fare in Enlisted? Well, now, I can't really say what the default Panther stats are, since I've actually upgraded its engine to 4th, but I can tell you about its armour and armaments. It has 80 front armour, which is rolled homogeneous steel. Basically, it's angled as well, so it's much harder to hit, to penetrate. The turret armour is 100, but it loses its effectiveness at range, as you can see here, only 45 to 40, and it's basically, so if you want to attack it, you have to attack it from the sides. Its turret is actually quite weak, with only 30mm of steel, and it's very effective, and it's very easy to destroy. In fact, from here, even a Stuart can take it out. In terms of weaponry, it has a 75mm cannon, along with an MG34, as well as an MG34 mounted on top, so you can have 2 machine guns if used correctly. And it also has some pretty good, it just has some pretty good speed as well. You can see here 55 miles an hour top speed, or kilometers per hour top speed. So yeah, but how is it performing game? Well, let me just show you a few clips, and then I'll go on to talking about it. So as you can see from those clips, it can perform incredibly well. Now, obviously in those clips I didn't show it taking out tanks, but in Normandy it will take out any tank you'll be throwing at it. If you throw it against a Firefly, it will take out the Firefly. If you throw it up against a Jumbo, it will take out the Jumbo. Its armor is also quite impressive, because really you have to try and aim for here, which is quite hard to hit when like this, in order to effectively hit the main armour. Because aiming for the turret, as you can see, is actually quite difficult due to it, and also due to the impact angle of hitting the main armour here, which is where the crew is. It's actually quite difficult to hit that. In the X-ray, you can actually see there is ammo racks here and here. So again, it's mostly good. Its main weakness is its side. If its turret is turned, say 90 degrees, it's a great. You can probably get a good shot off at it. But there's also the case of if you've got a good flank on it, it's very easy to hit the ammo racks and set the tank on fire. Despite this, however, it's actually very powerful against pretty much anything. It will one-shot Scots, it will one-shot Stuarts, it will one-shot Jumbos, it will one-shot basically anything. I've taken out Jumbos when it was literally with one shot with this thing. It's very powerful. Really, I don't really have much of a downside against this. The only real downside is if you flank it, it's pretty weak. And if you're up against a 85 or a 76, it can lose the fight about 5 out of 10 times. So yeah, if you see an M10, brace for, run for cover. But M10s are quite rare anyways. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you have, and I'll see you guys in the next one.